1051.
It's Power 1051, home of the Breakfast Club, AJ Martinez, and that hip-hop and R&B at your main man, EmEz. And this afternoon for the Sunday sit-down, I have somebody that I heard is doing something real good for his community. Yeah. I have ASAP Ferg in the building.
What it do, man?
Shout out to the ASAP mob.
Shout out to the homies.
How's everything?
Bros, I'm good, man.
How you been?
I've been good, man. I just got back from Hawaii. This is my second time this year. Had to go clear the mind up real quick.
Oh, really?
You know, gather some thoughts. Took my mom out.
Before we do anything, how does ASAP Ferg clear his mind in Hawaii?
Well, I try to clear my mind. My mind is constantly moving. I'm actually in the process of working on my album, so I just had to get away from it real quick. You know what I'm saying? And look at it and kind of, size it up a little bit just to come back to it and make it real strong.
Tell me about the album.
Album is real good, man. I got a lot of great producers. I've actually, all year, I've been touring, working with different producers. I've been to 40 House. I've been working with Swiss. Swiss is actually the first person. Pharrell came to the studio. Been in the studio with a couple different artists, so it's coming out real good. And I can say about this album is a lot of people probably wouldn't understand my plight, basically, coming from Harlem and my rags to riches story. So this is gonna be talking.
This is the perfect alley-oop for the Ferg Fair. I heard that's been going on, or that just happened recently.
Well, yeah, the Ferg Fair is something that my grandmother started at Menacing. Shout out to the Ferg family. Kim Ferg and my grandmother. But she started it, and I just felt like it was something I wanted to take to the next level, now that I got the platform to do so. So I just recently held the Ferg Fair in a new center in Polo Grounds, and basically they gave me the facility to get 300 kids in there, basically put on a free show for anybody who gets a free checkup. Okay. So I had a bunch of different doctors and people assisting them to give these kids checkups and help them get health insurance if they don't have any health insurance. And with doing so, they get to see a free show at the end of the checkup.
Oh, so you taking care of them and taking care of them.
Well, I'm trying my best.
Listen, that's a great situation when you can give back to your old neighborhood. And you said it's something that your grandmother started.
Yeah, it's my grandmother started. She's always into the community.
How long has it been running?
Probably a few years, but we skipped 2-3 years. But she's always doing something for the community. She works real close with Menacing and always helping with kids and helping kids, underprivileged kids. So I just kind of wanted to take it to the next step and next level and just do this thing.
So that's dope that you're bringing awareness and all that stuff to the community. My question to you guys is there an end goal to it?
End goal is really just I just want to create awareness, basically, because there's a lot of kids they don't know about these things. They don't know that health insurance is expensive. They don't know that you might not be able to go to the doctor if your tooth is hurting. You know what I'm saying? So I just really got health insurance. Being an artist, a lot of artists don't got health insurance, and it's really expensive. And I'm helping people that I work with get health insurance and getting their life right. So this is things you need to know, and I'm letting parents know this is a way you could go about it. We had pamphlets there. We had people, helping them sign up for health insurance, applications and stuff there. Yep. And then we had kids actually, checking their status on their bodies.
Now the next question is this coming out of Ferg's pocket, all this insurance, or are they getting Obamacare?
Nah, ain't no Obamacare.
How's this going?
This is Harlem. Well, I got a lot of help from Children's Village. They helped me. We got a bunch of different sponsors and stuff to bring out food and to feed these kids, and a bunch of different basically groups of kids that go to different programs. Children's Village is one of them. It's a few other ones. I don't know all of them off the top, but they kind of came together to help me out with this thing.
That's dope, man. I really commend you and applaud you for going back to your community and helping them out, because you're putting kids in a predicament, in a situation where they can make better for themselves, and parents with the knowledge. That's dope.
I feel it's only right, man, because at the end of the day, when I get old, these are the same kids that's going to be having to take care of me.
There you go.
So, and it's not even just about that. It's just about, what can I do with this power or fame that I have, you know what I'm saying? Besides, go turn it up in the club or whatever the case may be.
Gotcha.
What can I do to touch these children?
And speaking of this newfound fame, this is really famous for real. Like in the studio with Madonna, fam. Yeah. That's what we doing. Yeah. That's legendary. Can we talk about that? Madonna in the studio with AP Ferg, Harlem.
Well, she called me.
Then he's gonna swag on me. So she called me. No doubt. No doubt. I got you, bro. I got you.
She didn't have my number, but she called my assistant, and I guess they got his number through like Diplo and Skrillex, and she went through like mad people to get to me, and you know I actually just showed up because I was just pleased to be there. She had like all her lyrics like typed up on a paper, like you know she had grills in
Madonna.
She had diamond grills.
Crazy.
She had like the candles all around the studio, so she was real ready.
Ah.
You know, I was supposed to go to a surprise birthday party for Swiss that Alicia was throwing for him. So I had basically like a suit on, and I had to just go to the studio and hit the party after. But it was definitely a dope experience. She's a diva.
Okay, all right.
She is Madonna. She is who you expect, but she's a legend, and it was a pleasure working with her.
So what's that sounding like though? What's that music sounding like?
Well, I guess I gotta wait and hear it.
Of course, that's what we're gonna hear. It's the Sunday sit down. We got AP Ferg in the building. It's your main man, EmEz, Power 105.1. Now, we've been talking about a lot of positive stuff. Yeah. But I gotta ask the one question. You know, ASAP, you said you've been on tour. Yeah. ASAP had a situation where a fan sued them because I guess they said they broke their back. Can you clear up some of those allegations?
I don't know anything about that, honestly.
Nothing. Well, I tried. I asked the question. That's all I'm supposed to do. AP Ferg. Besides the album, what else you got going on for the future? What's up?
Basically, I'm just working on this album. I'm putting my all into this album because I just feel like this is gonna be like this is really the next level for me. And it's not as far as like just like status or fame or whatnot. It's just, you know, really I wanna take this opportunity to give people me, like as an open diary or open book of my life, because I just feel like, you know, rappers just be rapping, you know what I'm saying, and be hollow, so people can't really relate to them. So I want to give them, like, you know, from the start to the, you know, let them know my lineage, about my pops, about Harlem, about, you know, my family, how much influence we got over like Harlem, New York, and just the world basically. Let them know I just ain't appearing as some like rapper, like I really got
some
like,
substance to
yeah,
you.
Some substance, right?
Got you,
exactly.
Got you. So who's on your iPod? Who are you listening to? Who are some rappers that are influencing you right now?
I've been listening to a lot of old stuff. Like, it's funny that Straight Outta Compton movie just came out.
You seen it?
Yeah, I just seen it yesterday.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to like old Cube. I've been listening to like The Chronic, you know, Doggy Style, like a lot of West Coast stuff, and then I took it back to like Ready to Die, Biggie, just like that whole era of music, because I felt like it was real raw and people was being themselves. That was the first time you really seen like, you know, a rapper wasn't like, that was like after they was getting out of the stages of rappers wearing the big rope chains and, or like before that when rappers was wearing like all leather and looking like rock stars. Rappers were really starting to look like themselves, like coming from out the hood. They might have been chilling on a corner all day before they shot the video. You know what I'm saying? And they just had the same clothes on. So like I just, that right there, I feel like the art was really like thorough and true.
So you seem to me, you speak to me as someone that's really of the culture and of the art of spitting and lyricism.
Definitely.
Tell me how you feel about this Drake Meek Mill situation.
I just felt like Meek Mill should have just came right back at him.
He waited too long?
Yeah, he waited too long. Definitely. But
Drake's bars was crazy though.
Knowing Meek Mill's, like I grew up looking at Meek Mill's, like we around the same age, but I grew up looking at Meek Mill's, Kaboom, all of the guys from Philly. Like Philly, they really go hard like with the rapping thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Philly always went against Harlem with the rapping, battling thing, Reed Dollars and all of these guys. So I just feel like, you know, with him coming from that, and he was one of them guys, you know, like a force to be reckoned with. You know, I expected him to, like, this is his playing field. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited about it, but then when I seen he didn't really do what he did, then, you know, I guess he got his reasons. I don't know what his reasons is, but, you know. And, you know, Drake did his thing. Drake did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, bars.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to hear. You know, I could care less about the Instagram and, you know, social network and stuff. I just want to hear the music, man.
There goes AP Ferg in the building. Tell them how they can get involved with the Ferg Fair and getting the healthcare and everything else like that.
Well, you can either hit me on traplord.com. We got an email there. Also, hit me on Twitter, ASAP Ferg. I'm very, like, people be thinking I don't be on my Twitter, but I just be reading, like, all through. I'm not a person to be tweeting all day. Like, you know, I read, comments, and if I, connect to something, I'll hit you back. But hit me on Twitter and be like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to bring to the table. And I'll really, like, hit you back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
ASAP Ferg, it's a Sunday Sit Down Power 105. It's your main man, EmEz Ferg. Thank you for coming by.
No doubt.
I appreciate everything you're doing for the community and all that. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
No doubt. Shout out to Hungry Ham. Shout out to 143rd, my block. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to New York. Shout out to the world. And shout outs to Dre and Cube for putting out such a great movie. That movie was touching.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
There it goes. ASAP Ferg, Power 105, the Sunday Sit Down.